Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is Game God Fluent, bringing you episode 109 of Let's Play Queen's Wish the Conqueror. We are right at the ending portion, I believe, of this game. So let's go ahead and head into the main tower, which is a point of no return, as we're about to see here shortly. Okay, nothing going in here. We've seen that room, I think. Come over here. Nisei Sage. There's a young Nisei Sage standing by the chasm. His robes are torn. He holds a smoldering scroll in his hand. He is incoherent with terror. You! No! No! You can't have our secrets, I swear it! Wait, let's talk. He turns and without a word steps out over the chasm. He falls into the fire and is gone. Alright. The Nisei. Acting very strangely. You are close to the main tower of the Nisei Sanctum. At last they are making a stand here. A long line of soldiers is waiting for you in front of the entry double doors. When they see you, they ready their weapons. They are prepared to die for a desperate final defense. You suspect that you should not start this battle until you are fully prepared. Once you invade the sanctum of the Nisei, it might not be easy to withdraw. Alright. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and get Battle Frenzy going. We don't have a lot of multiple hit abilities. How about Shockwave? Oof. Alright, let's go after the artillerist with a stun. Slowed and stunned. Dang. Whirlwind. Alright, let's reload. This is not going to be easy. Alright, let's work on you with a stun. Artillerist. Let's try to stun this Nisei warrior. Whirlwind. Stunned. That's the one we got to take care of. Let's go ahead and jump to you. Critical 118. Kill. Baited. Dang. Whirlwind. Kill. Evaded. Okay, she died anyway. Whirlwind. Whirlwind. Stun. Whirlwind. Blessing and haste. Oh no. Whirlwind. Nice. Whirlwind. You hear the strange, keening howl of the Nisei. More of the warriors run out of the northern tower. Wow. And they've got weavers. Okay, walk to and... Battle Frenzy. You walk 3 and use a medicine jar. You go ahead and use a healing wave. You go ahead and go attack. Cave Tender. Yikes. Alright, step up 1 and Whirlwind. Go ahead and Fireball this area. Beautiful. Shoot. Weaver. Come here and Whirlwind. Shoot this one. Oh, I thought it was someone else's turn. Oh no. No! Ramus dies. Do we have a scroll of life? Does anybody have a scroll of life? There we go. Let's do that and healing wave. Bleeding. Life drain, whatever that's worth. Charmed. No. Whirlwind. Dang. When you get close to the doors in the tower, you see that something about them looks funny. They look more like decorations than real doors. Before you can look closer, you're distracted by the Nisei warriors. You won't be able to sneak into the tower until its defenders are fully dealt with. Again, defenders emerge from the northern tower. They don't run, though. They float. They are some of the strange floating servant warriors of the Nisei. Dang. Oh my gosh. This is hard. Maybe I've lost my touch a little bit from not playing for all that time. Okay, let's shoot. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Throw a fireball right there. You come up here and whirlwind. Wow, 83. And they're stunning left and right. Sheesh. Is this for real? This might be too hard. Maybe we'll go ahead and set the settings on normal. I don't mind beating it on normal if we have to. We already tried this fight 3 times and we weren't making any progress. Let's try it on normal. Still plenty challenging, I'm sure. Well, that did a lot less damage than normal. I mean, on normal than... They're still pretty tough. Whirlwind. Where's Matthew's turn? Whirlwind. Dang. Man, can we get a turn? Let's go to healing wave. Oof. Let's go to Haven's Might. Should have did Haven's Blessing, actually. Let's go ahead and heal you. You don't have a healing weight, so you go ahead and use a medicine jar. And then you whirlwind. Healing wave again. Oof. Stun. The warriors run out. Heal for 44. Let's come down and use a medicine jar. This is probably the toughest fight. In the tower, like, they give you the tough fight right away. Heal yourself. Go to whirlwind. Come here and whirlwind. Even on normal, this is hard. Dang. stun. Faded. Life drain only restored 2. Whirlwind. So far, so good. Gotta be careful, though. Fear. Whirlwind. No. Come up 1 and healing wave. Oh, you don't have healing wave, but heal Matthew. Go ahead and kill. Go ahead and no. It's our last scroll of life. Again, defenders emerge from the northern tower. They float. Alright. We need to heal quickly. Come up here and healing wave. And you use a jar. And you come here and try to stun the plated scorpion. Massive war lizard. Skeleton. Try to slow it, stun it. Whirlwind. No. What are these things? Oh, those eye tyrants. We better take them out. Saw shell. Kill the scorpion at least. Come up 1 and whirlwind. Let's try to stun this one. Come up 1 and whirlwind. Kill the eye tyrant. Get rid of this serpent. Whirlwind. Good. Charm resist. Dang. Look to the northern tower, but no more guards emerge. You have defeated them, or at least the first wave. A lot of energy restored. Let's go ahead and save. That's 109. Okay. And healing wave. Alright, cool. Let's save again. And head in. Spectral Librarian. High Tyrant. Whirlwind. Dang. I didn't mean to click on Ramos. We've got some fear going on. Radiance, nice. It slows us. Faded. Try to slow the Eye Tyrant. Go ahead and heal Ramos. Wait. I don't know if we have the strongest gear and stuff, strongest weapons, but I have whatever I found, the best that I found. Is there a switch somewhere? I guess not. Some treasure in there. Let's save again. These are the barracks of the fortress. They are mostly empty. Their residents are now dead outside. There's someone here, though. It's a Nisei woman. She looks young, but who can tell with these people? She says, "Hello, Haven Knight Invader. I am Monica Therese. The Watchers have chosen me to deal with you. You see, you are now trapped in this tower." Test the doors behind you. You run outside. Sure enough, the doors you used to enter are changed. They aren't real anymore. They are painted on the wall. You return to Monica Therese. Don't worry, you will be able to flee soon. You will end the calamity right now. No, we will not. However, we will make you an offer. If you accept it, your suffering will end. I'm not sure I want what you have to offer. You will hear me out, though. Before I tell you, you need to know the rule of this tower. Nisei magic is mighty, but it depends on discipline, on rules. Haven would understand, I think. What is the rule? There is a bargain. We will deal with you. You can challenge us. In return, you may only ever enter this tower once. Once you step outside, our business is settled. Our compact is made. Once you leave this tower, you can go home. Stay here. Die quietly. We don't care. Our business will be done. Now I will tell you our offer. Just hit my water bottle. Yes. As she speaks, her voice gains a strange, deep, vibrating timbre. These aren't ordinary words. They have power. This is a true oath. Haven have scarred the Nisei. We did not think it was possible. You have won a concession from us. You may stay on Sacramentum. You can have the Central Lands. You can trade. Your crops will grow. However, our three nations will not be your vassals. They will be free people, allowed to grow and shape themselves without your interference. There's something else I want. No negotiation. We are the Nise and we have made our offer. How will they stop being vassals? Her voice quiets down and regains a natural quality. It's kind of a relief. Over the next few years, they will find the strength to throw you out. You will suffer a series of unexpected, gruesome defeats. You will accept the land we allow you, and you will do all right in it. You will have a piece of Sacramentum, but it will never be fully yours. Wow. Can I just go out the door now? No, not without a deal. We can't withstand the uncertainty, and neither can you. We battle over the fate of Sacramentum. Today it will be settled. You know, I kind of lean towards that way anyway, because, you know, these nations should be good on their own rather than us controlling them. It's kind of like a cruel move to control them and make them our vassals, even though they do benefit from it. I'd be doing wrong by my mother, though. Oh, it's a tough decision. This is so tough. Our whole mission will be for naught then, but giving them freedom to be their own is a noblest move. Killing all the Nisei just to get them to stop this and keeping them as our vassals is kind of rough. What about the future of the kingdom? We still get land on Haven, on Sacramentum. It's a deal. She nods, then turn around, go out the doors, leave our lands, never return. This will seal the compact. You will receive glory, and we will not have to destroy you. She vanishes. Mother's not going to be happy, though. lowers his mask to cover his face and asks with excitement, "What's brown and sticky?" "What?" "A stick!" He waves his walking stick in your face. "Denise, they love that one. None of them know what a stick is, though." You smile politely. "Want to hear another?" "Tell me another." "An Owen, a swamp runner, and a blessed walk into a bar." He laughs at his own half-joke. The bartender looks at them. "What is this, a joke?" Perot spins and curtsies. "Want to hear another?" "No more jokes, please." "Then my job is done." He pirouettes away, relieved that nothing horrible happened to him. I mean, like I said, the mission is blown if we do it this way. The mission to make these lands our vassals, but it's the noble thing to do, I think. That means all our work was for nothing, though. I'm just curious what happens if I take this offer and leave. And go back and talk to Mother. I know she's going to be disappointed. Let's go to Fort Muck. When you enter the fort, you sense that things have changed for the better. The heat and dust are gone, a cool breeze soothes you, and the sun is warm and full of comfort. The terror in your people has passed. They smile and nod as you pass, unaware of what you had done to win their reprieve. The calamity has passed. You have saved your colony. At last, you can return home. Okay, so we should build a... Actually, let's head out and go to Fort Haven. Everything is good. Let's go talk to, any messages for me? Alright, let's return home. Portal home. Place it. Oh. There's our portal home. As your vision clears and you recover from being blipped halfway across the world, a shape comes into view. It is your sister, Delia, dressed in her best finery. She's ready for a proper feast. She runs towards you, arms out. Hug her back. She warmly embraces you. Her arms choke you a tiny bit. She leans back and looks you over. "So, it is true. It's really you. You are home." "That is true. I knew that it could happen any day. Then we heard rumors. The portal was repaired. You were returning." She points at her fancy dress. "So I was ready. I know there will be a lot of reports, lots of meetings. I wanted to greet you first. I had to ask, how are you?" "I'm still the same as I always was." She looks you in the eye. "I believe you. Ever since you were little, you were stubborn. I knew that Sacramentum couldn't change you, not deep down. It will be a busy time, but I hope we can talk soon." "Talk about what?" "I want to hear about all of it. The foreign land, the Ariel, and the Ukat, and the Vol. I feel trapped in this castle, writing letters and talking to diplomats. I want to hear all about your adventures." "I'd like to know how Sutter is." "Oh, never mind him. He's waiting for you in the hall. He will talk to you himself." "I will tell you all about my time in Sacramentum. I want to know what the Queen is doing." Her eyes flick away from you for just a moment. "Mother is well. She's officially as well as strong as ever. You will see her soon enough." "I will tell you about all my time in Sacramentum." "I am so looking forward to it. We will spend hours together like in the old days. I will drive you mad with questions. I can't delay you now, though. I must go direct the feast. Mother will want your report." "I'm eager to report." Delia points to the east. "The Queen awaits." She winks. What's down here? You try to open the door only to find that it is locked. Even though you are back from a long, dangerous journey, Mother is determined to control your movements until she gets what she wants from you. 20 and a wood buckler. You enter the hall leading back to the Queen's throne room. It's so strange to be back. The air is cool, flowers scent the air. You feel safe for the first time in a while. Yet it is strange. Everything seems a little smaller than it did before. When you meet the Queen, you can choose to end the story and find out what happens. Make sure you are ready. You can also turn around and return to Sacramentum. Sutter's waiting for you in the hall. He walks towards you, arms out, the familiar jaunty smile on his face. Yet something isn't right about him, something in his eyes, some sort of fear. Then when he gets close, he feints to the right and comes in fast, trying to punch you hard in the arm, like he did 1,000 times when you were young. Take the punch. You don't even flinch. He hits you hard in the upper arm. It hurts. Then he laughs and claps you on the other shoulder. Matthew, my brother, you are back. Safe and sound. Didn't we say it'd be all over before you knew it? Good greetings. Greetings to you. So you're in the family business now. You're out of bed, traveling, raiding, maybe the occasional drink, a raucous night in a pub, making the big decisions that change lives. What did you think? How did it suit you? I found that a bit of adventuring suits me. I thought it might. Power is the greatest luxury, is it not? I imagine you'll be spending a lot of time away from home soon, roaming the world. Don't let us stop you. Anyway, enough chat. I can't keep you too long, though. Mother awaits. How is Mother? You will see soon enough. What will she want to know? Your report, of course. You're an envoy and warrior for Haven, back from a major mission. You'll have to stand in front of the nobles and generals and such and deliver the news. I hope it's good news. Before you go, though, I want to ask. You'll have a feast, a rest. Get to spend some time in the palace. He stops smiling and looks you in the eye. What do you want after that? I'm ready for a long vacation and nothing else. Sutter smiles again. Good old Matthew. Haven't changed at all. Competent enough, but no threat to anyone. So now what? You talk to Mother. You make a report. Then, if it's suitable, Delia will have the palace throw a feast fit for the ages. For now, you need to see the Queen. It can't be put off anymore. It is time. What sort of mood is she in? Mood? Things have changed since you were last here. He steps out of your way. Go see her. Get it over with. Huh. You enter the throne room. Once again, you find court in session. Your mother is waiting for you. When you enter, she looks at you and smiles. You haven't seen her in a long time. She looks different. She looks tired. She looks unwell. Where before she always sat perfectly upright, now she leans forward onto her upper legs. Matthew, my child, my prince, you have returned. Come and give your report. The Queen is where she was the last time you saw her, sitting on her throne. However, she has changed. She is pale. Her hair, normally perfectly done and in place, is uncombed. It is clear that she is quite ill. As all of the assembled potentates watch, pretending nothing is wrong, she says, Welcome, Prince. We are glad that you're home. She pauses, waiting for you to kneel. Kneel? You kneel. Your mother nods approvingly. She is more pleased by this than you expected. The Queen starts to say something, then she coughs, a long, ragged, painful bout of hacking that seems to go on forever. Behind her, the nobles and guards watch as if nothing unusual is happening. Step forward to help. She doesn't stop coughing, but when you move forward, she gives you a look of rage that stops you short. Eventually, she recovers. She daintily wipes her lips with a lace handkerchief. Are you all right? Of course. It was just a little cough. The weather doesn't agree with me. Pollen in the air, I think. There's much I want to tell you. You will, in time, in private. For now, all these important people have come to hear the fate of our colony in Sacramentum. It is time for your report. Ready to give my report? As you speak, you feel a strange, powerful surge of confidence. You've never been able to stand the thought of being judged by Mother, yet the dream you had in the refuge about the Queen has left you understanding her better. Of course, Prince. What is the situation on Sacramentum? You took a very, very long time to return. I hope you used the time well. The Calamity returned to Sacramentum, but I ended it. The nobles generate and generals engage in a spontaneous cheer. Your mother is beaming. Your words have returned a bit of healthy color to her cheeks. Where I failed, my child has succeeded. Sacramentum is ours, as it should be. I now eagerly await learning the status of all our wayward vessels. What do you want to know? First, the Ukatish. Our industrious, angry swamp dwellers. Our vassals by treaty and right. Where do things stand with them? The Ukatish are our vassals. Our forces support the Brock clan. A small clan, poor and unable to pay good tribute, yet they are industrious and pliable. Through them we will return order and wealth to the Ukatish. In time they will see the value of our presence. Well done. Now what about the Vol, trapped in endless and bloody civil war? The Vol are our vassals. We're supporting the Owens insurgents. That is not the choice I myself made, as you know. Yet perhaps my tolerating the excesses of the Moshcha is what led to their bloody war. I support your brave choice, and our soldiers will fight to protect the Owen. Finally, what about the Ariel, those forest eccentrics, those lovers of beauty and safety? The Ariel are our vassals. We are helping the trench folk to gain power alongside the blessed. An interesting choice. I have already received letters from this Istara, an industrious, aggressive woman. I like her. We will use our soldiers to make a more stable state in the Ariel Woods to benefit all. Well done. This concludes my questions. That is what I have done for the glory of Haven. Your voice starts to catch in your throat. You have never been able to understand what your mother wants. Then the memory of your refuge dream returns, and you see what your mother wants. You look at her and nod, reassuring her. She smiles and said, You are back. Now I need to know if you are concluded. Concluded? Are you sure, finally sure, that you have done all you want to do on Sacramentum? Answer this question carefully. If you are not done, this is your last chance to turn back. I am done with Sacramentum. I am home. There is another general cheer. Your mother smiles, a genuine look of relief on her face. It will be good to have you home. There's only one more thing, one last decision to make. Now that I am home, you have a final decision? All of the nobles and generals are paying very close attention. You are a prince of Haven. What role you play in the future is a matter of great importance to all of them. This is why this is not happening in private. Your brother and sister slip into the room and watch quietly from the back. The queen says, I sent you on a mission. You have returned. I will pass my judgment on you. Before you speak, I need to tell you about the Nisei. I made a deal with them. You try to speak, but your jaws refuse to move. Your words end as a little choking sound in your throat, unheard and unremarked upon. What curse is this? What spell did the Nisei place on you when you made your deal? Now you receive accolades from Haven, none of them knowing about the bargain you made. And your judgment? You have prevailed. You have done all I asked and more. In my eyes, you are a true hero of Haven. In my rule, I have had 3 great failures. I have, she coughs painfully. I have decided it is time to rectify them. Sacramentum was the first. Through your victory, you have healed a wound in my heart. Your 3 failures? I have had a long rule. It is time to look back. Who knows how long any of us may walk on this world. It is time for me to correct my failures while I can. It is my wish. What are the other failures? Queen Sharon straightens on her throne. This is not the time to discuss it. What will be done about the other failures? My child is home. This is a day for celebration. That business must wait for another day. What do you want from me? She rises from her throne and walks towards you. She wants to rest her hand on your shoulder to claim you and welcome you home. When she stands, however, she has a severe dizzy spell. She stands there swaying back and forth. Nobody steps forward to help her. I know she's not going to like this, but step forward to help her. You get there just in time to keep her from pitching face first onto the stone floor. You ease her down onto her throne. She looks up at you, momentarily unsure where she is. Why wasn't I told this was going on? She flaps a hand in the air. I forbade it. You had your duties. I would not distract you. Mother, you are ill. She reflexively adopts her best furious expression. Nonsense. I am the Queen of Haven. I cannot be ill. You, Prince, my child, you are an uncontrolled power. You need a role. You can't just float around loose. You must make a choice. All right. She grips her chair to stay steady. I must ask. Ask away. What do you want, Matthew? How will you serve Haven? Um, life of leisure, return to Sacramentum, wish to continue serving. I've gained faith in my own wisdom. I wish to take the throne after you. Normally, you'd receive instant mockery for such a bold suggestion. Your incredible triumph, however, makes the nobles ponder your words. Your mother is annoyed. Sutter is absolutely furious. There's a long, awkward silence. Your mother laughs. Everyone else takes her cue and joins in. Sutter, Delia, everyone. Your mother eventually silences them with emotion. Oh, my child, always the jester. Therefore, until we find a new job for you, a jester you will be. We will discuss this more tomorrow. I'm sure I can find another minor power for you to bring into line. In the meantime, we have a final bit of business, happy business, and that is a feast, a celebration. Our family is reunited. Our child is home. Come, they will be drinking and eating and music and dancing until the wee hours. It is long overdue. I would be most grateful. In response, Delia cries out, "To Prince Matthew!" You are drowned out by the cheers. Attendants assist your mother out of the throne room. Servants lead you off in another direction. Soon the festivities begin. You are bathed, dressed, and led to a glorious feast. Once the audience is over, it's just like the old days. Servants bathe and dress you as expected. You are given a lavish, glorious feast as expected. The mood of the crowd is buoyant. A lost colony has been reclaimed, which is a great cause for celebration. Many toasts are made to Sacramentum and to you. They don't know about the deal you made with the Nice. They don't know what you gave up. You decide to leave it be. Haven will fight the Nice when the day comes. Your entire empire. It's not just your battle anymore. Delia is always at your side, eager to introduce you to obscure nobles and prod you to tell her stories of that strange land. She must have missed you greatly while you were gone. Your success fills her with great pride. Sutter offers several toasts to you. He frequently boasts about his adventuring sibling, about having another who will join the fight. You've known him long enough to know how fake and forced it is. When he thinks you don't notice, he looks at you with rage. He will never forget what you said today. As you deal with the crowds and the chaos, you almost become overwhelmed. When you feel lost, however, the dreams of the Nice sustain you. In some way you can't understand, they give you a confidence and a diplomatic ability you never had before. You scored a great victory, and you'll be able to maximally leverage it to get whatever you want. This night is for celebration. You don't need to think about the cost yet. As you feast and drink and dance and meet Haven's noble folk, you keep trying to see the queen. Your mother sits at the high table. She is quiet and eats modestly. She is pale and tired in a way she used to never let anyone see. The nobles and generals all know it, though. They do their best to pretend nothing is amiss, but they shoot constant nervous glances at the high table. Victory or not, darker times are ahead. And then the feast ends. You sleep. The next day, life continues. After a reasonable rest, your mother finds work for you. Running an empire is difficult. There are enough jobs to do, mysteries to solve, brigands to hunt, and governments to destabilize to take up 1,000 lifetimes. Unfortunately, your brilliant victory on Sacramentum makes it difficult for them to ignore you. There's a long, nervous pause where the nobles and generals wonder if you really will try to take the throne, and if they should support you. Sometimes you work, sometimes you don't. You find that many are nervous around you. Nobody wants to get too close to you. Your claim to the throne made everyone very nervous. From such claims are brutal civil wars made. As the months pass and your new life takes shape, you start to hear rumors from Sacramentum. It's interesting to learn what happened there in your absence. Though unrest and rebellion eventually cause your vassals to slip away from your control, Haven is still able to have a great influence before the troubles begin. With the help of the West Battalion, the Brock clan is easily able to evict King Borgen from the home warren. The Brock rule the Ukatish swamps, and they remember to pay their debts to Haven. Lady Brock uses her power to try to make the Ukatish less consumed by hate and more able to trust outsiders. She makes some progress, but there are wounds there that will take generations to heal. As for the Borgen, the Brock are merciful. They're allowed to keep most of their lands, and they contribute to making a profitable peace. The Borgen don't start actively scheming to rebel until years later. With the help of the South Battalion, the Moscha are easily defeated, the Owen are freed, and the rebels of Madraka are able to take control. There is, of course, a long period of chaos and bloody reprisals. Land is taken, clans are evicted, injustices happen. You only hear rumors of this outrage or that. You aren't involved. The rebels of Madraka are unprepared to rapidly take control of an entire nation. Happily, whenever they are confused, Haven's diplomats are able to smoothly slip in and make sure decisions are made and enforced. Always to Haven's benefit, of course. In time, after Haven is driven out, the Vol stabilizes as a new nation with new leaders and new laws, healthy and prosperous, more or less. There are disasters and horrible mistakes eventually, of course, but that always happens. The East Battalion takes a star to High El Hovo and informs the Watchers that they are going to have to share power with all the people of the Ariel Woods. Their responses are confused, unfocused, and eventually entirely inadequate. With Haven's guidance, the way the Ariel are ruled changes greatly. Of course, at every step, Haven's diplomats make sure the new laws help the Trench folk a little bit and Haven a lot. They have lots and lots of experience warping new vassals to your advantage. Before the Ariel realize what has happened, they are entirely dependent on your empire to run their nation. Then they rebel. Their living force consumes your warriors in its depths. You never hear what happens there after your soldiers aren't around to maintain the fragile peace. And Haven's colony in the poor lands in the center of Sacramentum? Your colony as the center of Sacramentum is safe and successful, bringing great trade and wealth to the empire. However, despite your empire's best efforts, the nations there stay free. The last you hear, Haven cities and forts in Sacramentum are doing well. Nobody talks about it much, though. It is seen as a smudge on the honor of Haven, a rare sign of its weakness for centuries to come. As years pass, all of the news comes back to you. It's an interesting diversion, and that is all. In the chaos that comes, it is all only trivia from a half-forgotten land. In the difficult times that come, the thing you remember is the celebration when you returned home. As it grew late, you went to look for your mother. You found her being led to bed by not her normal attenders, but healers. When you found her, you finally tried to ask what was wrong with her. She cut you off with a gesture. She didn't answer any of your questions about it, ever. Once you were silent, she waved you close. She leaned toward your ear. You sighed slightly, waiting for yet more congratulations. She whispered, "My child, everything changes. It never stops changing." Then she was walked off to bed. She looked over her shoulder at you once. It seemed like she tried to memorize what you looked like. It was then that you remembered her 3 mistakes and the worried nobles, and you had a premonition of the chaos to come. At least you knew that you were fully prepared to face it. You stood alone in the hall, not sure what had just happened. Then you shrugged. That's what life is, right? One change or another. Another battle always comes eventually, right? So you went to bed and gigantic, deadly, incomprehensible machinery ground on all around you. The end. Congratulations for reaching an ending on Queen's Wish 2, or on Queen's Wish the Conqueror. If you carry your choices to the next game in the series, hang on to this code and enter it when you start Queen's Wish 2. Okay, we've got to write down this code, actually. 1 second, guys. Alright, guys, and we're back. Want to thank you for joining me. We made it to the end of this LP in 109 episodes. Fantastic game. I'm glad that I came back to finish it after leaving just a tiny bit of the game undone. We made some interesting decisions that are surely going to come into play in Queen's Wish 2. I will take my code and I will put it into Queen's Wish 2 and bring you guys that LP probably later on this year when the game releases. Sometime in November, I think it releases, or maybe sooner. But I will probably go ahead and start a Queen's Wish 2 LP and see how all these choices take place. I said I wanted to take the throne, but I don't know. Do I really want to? Possibly. Some interesting stuff with the Nisei and all that, and yeah. So, hope you enjoyed the LP. If you watched it, leave me a shout out in the comments. You were awesome for watching the whole thing, or however many episodes you watched. I hope you enjoyed, and you found joy in what you were seeing. Thank you so much for joining me for however long you did join me. I appreciate all of you guys. Jeff Vogel is one of my favorite game developers. I may start an LP of Avernum in the meantime. If so, you might see that on my channel already. And of course, I'm playing Gene Forge and making some good progress in that. Hope to finish that as well. So thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed the game. Go ahead and play it yourselves if you'd like. It's such an awesome game. Jeff does not disappoint. His games always are instant classics and older classics as well. Definitely want to play more of his stuff again. Get back into the spiderweb groove. So I'll see you guys in the next LP, in the next videos. It's been awesome having you. Much love, peace, and joy, guys. See you next time. Much more to come. Bye-bye.